Hi guys, follow me on Instagram to never ever miss any of my crazy updates. Hi guys and welcome to another vlog. I'm driving this. This is the Skoda Kushaq. Yeah, it gets a flip key. And as you can see, this car actually lives up to Skoda's traditional design language, which is actually very nice indeed. This is the engine bay. It's a petrol unit. It's a 1.5 liter and there's no insulation because the motor is itself so refined. Engine bay looks super clean. But of course it's very hot right now, the engine bay of course, not the weather and not the car as such either. Now you see the design language looks really very nice. It looks fresh, it looks attractive, and dare I say it, it also looks sexy from certain angles. They've given this massive Skoda grille with this chrome surround, the Skoda logo of course, and the bumper gets sort of a skid plate treatment as well. This is the towing hook. Now this is proper plastic, not body colored. That's a nice way for cost saving of course. And you can see the inside as well a bit from here. So pretty open grille for better breathing. Now you get this chrome finishing here, but the fog lamp is placed here. Now Skoda says that the car gets LED lights, but LED DRL and a LED headlight, but the indicator is not LED, neither is the fog light LED. That's a bummer because halogens at this price point, not really expected, considering that the competitor offers all LED lights. In fact, it is Skoda crystal lighting, which you can see written right there, but the lights are really very nice, very beautiful. See the attention to detail on the inside looks fantastic, fabulous. And see the cuts and creases on the hood as well, which looks super duper awesome. They have given it lots of cuts and creases everywhere. Okay, the size of the wheels happens to be 205 55 17s, and the design of the alloy wheels is really very attractive indeed. I like it. I like the fact that Skoda is written here with the chrome treatment, and the indicator is also there on the outside rear view mirrors. So you know what, this car is actually smaller than the Creta, both in terms, I mean the Creta is longer, it's wider, it's taller, bigger in every dimension. However, the Kushaq has actually a longer wheelbase, which means that Skoda has done a fantastic job in terms of packaging of course. Okay, you got this chrome sort of finishing along with the request sensor right there. You got roof rails which are actually quite big, not seen such big roof rails as such, and of course a shark fin antenna as well. Now this chrome line continues all the way till here, and there are lots of cuts and creases on this car. The car is unlocked now. No, it's not unlocked. I don't know why it locked. Okay, we're going to unlock the car from the inside of course, and there the car is unlocked. Let's just open this. This is where the fuel goes, and because this car is not really made for cold weather, it doesn't have that Skoda-ness wherein you can scrub stuff out. Yeah, that is missing. Anyways, coming to the rear of the car, there is a spoiler along with a stop lamp as well, and again you get a lot of attention in the tail lights. Yeah, LED lights, brake lights that is, because the indicator as well as the reverse light are again halogens. There's a reflector here, rear parking sensors, sort of a skid plate treatment, and yeah, sort of fake exhaust treatment as well. But the good news is the real exhaust is actually down right somewhere. Yeah, that is the real exhaust. Dual exhaust. Tires are really very wide on this car. So yes, has a beautiful stance as such. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's open the boot. But before that, you can see there's a chrome line running there. Yeah, and there it says Kushaq. Let's open the boot of the vehicle. There, you see, it is actually a decent sized boot, but you know the loading lip is on the higher side. They've actually packaged things nicely. So all the toolkits are here. It says Skoda, and because of Velcro, it's stuck. Obviously, this is the, I think, the warning triangle. There's a space for your bottle. There's a hook. There's another hook which can hold up to 3 kgs. That's there on the other side as well. And on this inside this strap, you can keep the first aid kit. There's a light placement, but the spare wheel is not an alloy. In fact, it's a smaller size spare wheel. 205 55 16 is the size of the spare wheel. But yeah, some smart elements for sure. You can see that. Yeah, you can see the wires inside. But everything is very nicely concealed. Super impressive Skoda. Okay, you can just pull this to close. Now let's get into the rear seat. Again, things are very impressive because it has a long wheelbase, so there's good amount of space on offer. In fact, you can see the door pockets also big enough at the rear, and the seats seem very comfortable. Leather seats of course, nice yellow contrast stitching as well. Easily you can recline this into 60/40 format. There you recline it to increase the boot carrying capacity just in case if you need it. Let's do one thing, let's get inside. Now, a lot of smart elements. First and foremost, let me tell you, there's good amount of knee room and leg room, which is very impressive. Under thigh support is also very nice. Headroom is also just about adequate. I would say it's decent enough. And here you obviously get a hook along with the handle. Same is the case here as well. You get a hook along with the handle. There's light placement in the center. Yeah, light placement in the center. Meanwhile, it gets 3 adjustable headrests as well, along with a center armrest with twin cup holders. And this armrest really slides very smoothly. That's again impressive. Seat recline angle is also nice. Seat feels very good. Okay, AC vents at the rear, no controls though. 2 USB-C charging sockets. There's a smartphone holder here, mobile holder actually. Scooped out seat bag, magazine holder, no height adjustable seat belts. Although it gets 6 airbags, you can see airbags written right there as well. Seats are super comfortable. I absolutely like this, and you know what? This is also very flat. So 3 people can actually sit in comfortably, but the cabin isn't as wide. So that could be a little push and pull, but hard plastics in plenty. The dashboard design is very nice indeed. Thankfully, they've not just gone on beige color. They've done their own coloring scheme. What am I even talking about? Okay, so they have done a fantastic job in the way they've packaged the car and tried to make it for India, because in terms of design elements, absolutely stunning, this Kushaq. And the seat is also very nice, very comfortable looking. The front seat, so the front door pockets are massive in terms of size, and there's also this, rope or something, so you can actually put your bottles and conceal stuff. Power windows, one touch up and down for... No, Faisal, no. It doesn't have a one touch up and down. I thought it would be having a one touch up and down for all the windows. Okay, we'll try that later. This is for outside rear view mirror adjustment. And this is obviously for the child lock function. You get this chrome door handle on the inside. Again, nice finishing, but plenty of hard plastics. Hard plastics are in plenty, so high localization, but in order to keep the cost in check, a lot of hard plastics. You get a proper dead pedal. This is to open the hood of the vehicle. These are the controls for the headlights. Yeah, the typical German affair, pull it for turning on the fog lights. This happens to be the headlight leveler. Now the engine start button is placed there. It kind of seems like an afterthought. Car is making some noise. It says the engine is running. I know the engine is running. Okay, don't have to remind me of that. Dashboard design is super duper awesome. It says Skoda right there, just in case you forget which car you're in. And the glove box is also decent size. It is also getting a cooling function, but so many hard plastics lower down. I like the way the design has been done. Now this happens to be a 10-inch infotainment screen, which gets Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto connectivity. The reverse parking camera doesn't seem that legit though. Okay, I mean, it's not the best in terms of resolution. Doesn't get adaptive guidelines either. And obviously we've got plenty of information here as well. It tells you driving data and whatnot. Here it's telling you vehicle status, and it has Skoda Play apps as well, and then you have Ghana app, booking, audiobooks, blah blah blah. So yes, it's actually a very loaded console, not the slickest in terms of use. Okay, we've got used to more slicker ones now, but still a good effort nonetheless. AC vents, okay, this is for the seat ventilation. When you turn it on now, it actually makes quite a lot of noise. You can hear it, and it has got only 2 settings. Usually cars have 3 settings. Now this is for the stop start system. AC controls actually gets a panel. Yeah, this is actually a panel for the AC. Okay, it could have been physical buttons, which would have just been easier to use. AC is an absolute chiller. You get a wireless charging pad. You get 2 USB-C charging sockets and a 12-volt charging socket right there. There's a key holder right there, along with 2 cup holders as well, and again space to keep your coins or so. So plenty of storage options. Below the front center armrest, there again is storage space, and this is actually the fast tag, which we will just slot it right there. So there's a ticket holder. And this slides, yeah, this also slides, which again is a nice touch. The steering wheel is adjustable both for reach as well as rake, and you get a handle on every side. Meanwhile, let's open the sunroof of the car. There, the sunroof opens. Now, sunroof is on the smaller side because the Creta offers a panoramic roof. So yes, Skoda could have offered a bigger sunroof. That's about it. It doesn't open any further. Now, this thing looks like a sunglass holder, but this doesn't open. So this seems like an afterthought to me. There's a mirror here, but no mirror, no light, none of that. There's just a receipt holder of sorts. Meanwhile, auto dimming inside rear view mirror, light placement on the top, of course. The steering wheel is beautiful. It's so nice to hold. It's a 2-spoke steering wheel. Feels kind of incomplete, but you know what? The quality is really nice. It's leather wrapped, of course, and this knurled finish is super duper awesome. Now, this happens to be the control for that multi-information display. You can browse through the telephone, vehicle status, driving data, audio, and things are very easy because, it says traction control off. You just press this button on the inside and there it works. Driving data, you have so much information, the usual affair which you get with Skoda cars. However, this button doesn't seem to be working because it says button without function. So they have the button, but it doesn't work. I don't know why. Okay, weirdly. This is obviously the control for the wipers, and the wipers work brilliantly well. Lot of spray on offer. So good wipers. Let's use the rear wiper as well. And there you see lot of spray on offer. Wipers work really well on this car. Okay, there's some storage space here. I don't know, things are going to fly when you drive, of course. But this is an analog instrument cluster with a digital readout in the center. Yeah, this is analog. Would have expected a full digital unit, but no, you don't get that. Of course, they'll have a Monte Carlo variant with sporty seats, with a full digital cluster and some funky colors as well. That would be the top spec trim. This is, of course, the style trim. All right. I love the controls. These are for voice commands, of course, and this is for audio system. But, you know, the quality of these buttons, the quality of the cabin, the horn is very meek, but the quality of the cabin overall is nice. Only thing is, once you realize there are a lot of hard plastics, you think that the car is going to be priced very aggressively, and hopefully it should be priced extremely aggressively because this Skoda obviously has a lot of potential. Meanwhile, Skoda is offering a slew of safety features, which is going to be segment leading, of course, and I love the chrome treatment on the AC vents as well. The design elements, big thumbs up. But how is it to drive? Well, let's start going right away. Alright, we're all set to go, which means turning off the traction control into first gear, air conditioning off, of course, left foot on the clutch, right foot on the accelerator, revving the motor, rev still slightly under 4000 RPM, hazard light off, and listen to this, okay? No, not much wheel spin as such. Red lines at 6,500 RPM. So yes, there's good amount of grunt on offer. In fact, this is one of the fastest made in India cars. Yeah, that's right. One of the fastest made in India cars. You can glide over a speed breaker because there's decent amount of ground clearance on offer as well. Onto the gas again. This is actually a very, fantastic engine. Absolutely stunning engine. Super balance of performance and of course drivability too. Very nice indeed. There's some amount of lag, slight lag lower down, but once you get going, it really pulls in the mid-range very strongly indeed. And across these speed breakers, I realized that it is a bit on the stiffer side. The suspension is on the stiffer side. It is underpinned by the MQB A0iN platform. Okay, we're going to get into first gear. Who drives in second? And off we go. Motor becomes a little bit vocal in the top end of the rev range, but in a good way. It sounds sporty and overall performance is very nice indeed, but unfortunately most people are not going to be buying this engine. This is the 1.5 litre TSI Evo motor, which is a 4-cylinder unit. It produces 150 horsepower. Meanwhile, the torque output is 250 Newton meters. The result is Skoda actually claims this car goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 8.6 seconds, which is hard to believe actually, because they say 8.6 seconds is the claim time both for the manual as well as the automatic. How can a 6-speed manual and a 7-speed DSG post the same time for 0 to 100 kilometers per hour? That's hard to digest actually, and we have seen the 7-speed DSG is absolutely super lightning quick in terms of shift. We've seen it in the T-Roc as well as the Karoq, and of course in the Kushaq it's going to be no different, but this engine is so good. Unfortunately though, most people are going to end up buying the 1-litre engine, which is also fantastic. It's a 3-cylinder unit which does duty in the Polo Rapid Vento, and it actually produces around 115 horsepower and 178 Newton meters of torque. Goes around 11 seconds, takes around 11 seconds to go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, which is also decently quick. But this one is just something else. The way it performs, it's absolutely quick with the way it's able to pull, and there is a very strong mid-range here. This engine is definitely for keeps. It's a performance motor without a doubt, but the 1-litre engine is not going to disappoint you. It's going to be more efficient, of course. Now, Skoda claims the top speed of this car is going to be 190 odd kilometers per hour. Meanwhile, the 1-litre engine is around 186 or 181 depending on which gearbox you choose, because that too is available with a 6-speed manual. However, it doesn't get a 7-speed DSG, it gets a 6-speed torque converter automatic gearbox. So yes, a fantastic engine, but you know, this car doesn't feel as Skoda-ish as I would have expected it to be. So they have pared things down. It doesn't feel as heavy, feels slightly lighter. Now, this is having more than 90% local content to ensure a very aggressive pricing. So they've used a lot of plastic. Somehow they've removed some features as well. Unfortunately, certain features which you would expect from a Skoda car is not there. Like all the power windows do not have the one-touch up and down button. The feature is not there. That is there only on the driver's side. So that's a bit of an omission. However, thankfully, it actually feels much better put together when compared to Korean siblings in terms of build quality, in terms of safety as well. And then they have this Skoda sound, it says. Let's listen to an audio right away. Okay, on that discovery that हर एक friend कमीना होता है, I can tell you that the audio quality is decent. It's not bad, it's not great either. Not as good as the one in this car, the Hyundai Creta, which obviously uses a Bose sound system, but still it's good enough. Will get the job done. Now they've actually put a request sensor on the left side as well, because you get keyless entry, of course, which the Creta doesn't offer. Yeah, the Creta doesn't offer that feature. because Hyundai only offers it on the driver's side. They offer it both the sides. They should have actually skipped that and given us that typical Skoda feature of rolling down all the windows in one touch, because the Rapid, which is cheaper, actually gets that feature, but this car gets a sunroof, which the more expensive Octavia doesn't. So doesn't necessarily mean whatever the price of your Skoda car is that you can take features for granted, because it really depends. Now the ride and handling balance is absolutely stunning on this car. It rides very well, although with a little firmness. Handling is also very nice. Only thing is the steering right now doesn't seem to be aligned. It is a bit tilted, so when I put a straight ahead position, I'm going to be drifting to the left side. So overall handling is very nice. Body roll is well contained. There is some amount of body roll which is expected from a car which rides a little on the higher side, but you need to downshift to extract even more from the motor. No drive modes on offer, and certainly could have done with a lot more features as such. You see the display telling me what the fuel consumption like. It's saying 5.9 kilometers per liter. Now obviously that's a misnomer, because this car has been turned on since morning, and that was not the right language. It was left on while being shot. We were shooting in the morning, yeah, and it could do with a lot more features, I certainly believe, considering it has to compete with the Creta, which is loaded with so many features. Yeah, so I would say this is 90% there. Now the MQB A0iN is a specific platform for the Indian market, which is actually based on the MQB platform. It is not the full hog, because Skoda believes that there's no point offering a car which can do well, good performance in like really low temperatures, like minus 40 degrees. What would you do with that car? I mean, why would you develop or engineer a car for that condition when that condition is not there in Indian market? Meanwhile, all the global models are actually made for extreme cold as well, because obviously Europe is on the colder side. So that's where they're kind of trying to save money and using components which don't really have to meet that guideline, and that's the reason why they're expecting to do a very aggressive pricing with the Kushaq. And I believe it's going to be priced somewhere around what the Creta is right now. And of course it doesn't get a diesel engine. That is kind of unfortunate again, because Hyundai says that 53% of Creta buyers actually opt for the diesel engine. Okay, here you see. Oh yeah, that is a nice pull indeed. Top speed, without a doubt it will reach 190 km per hour, although the engine is capable of reaching more than 220 km per hour. Braking performance is very strong. That's something you would expect from a Skoda car. Stops in its track without any hesitation, and there's so much grip on offer as well. Yeah, it's not going to get a 4-wheel drive, so don't even get excited about it. The gearbox is actually a joy to use, and yeah, some amount of wheel spin, even on upshift, yeah. So the gearbox is actually a joy to use. It's very light and very slick shifting as well, and the clutch is super light as well, but it's a bit snappy. Yeah, the clutch is so snappy now. There's no progressive feel in the clutch, so that's something which could have been better for sure. And the car feels very stable at high speeds. It tracks dead in its line without any hesitation whatsoever. But the crucial question is, will this car really sell in the Indian market? Because this is like a do or die for Skoda, obviously, because the Octavia is not going to get them volume, neither is the Superb, and then of course the Rapid is on its way out. It's going to be replaced soon by another model. So will the Kushaq change Skoda's India fortunes? I believe it will, because it's a fantastic car in a lot of ways, although just don't expect it to be 100% Skoda. It feels 90% there. It kind of feels very light, and you can hear a lot more of the road noise. That's not the case with even the Rapid, in which you feel so much more insulated from road conditions. Here that's not really the case. Steering nice, but in the center position it kind of has some amount of, what do I say, slack. It doesn't feel very direct in the center position, but for the most part there's little to complain about this Kushaq in terms of driving experience, because the engine is so freaking good. The engine is absolutely stunning. Dare I say, it is one of the best engines in the class or in the world as far as a 1500cc engine goes. Maybe the VTEC turbo would be better. Now this is obviously turbocharged, has to be. It has direct injection as well, and look at around the corners, just tracks dead straight, upshift, and you realize that every time you hit the red line now you're going to smile, because it just feels so enthusiastic. Now in the real world, I believe it should give you a mileage between 9 to 15 kilometers per liter, which, considering the performance, is actually quite respectable. Directional changes is where you actually feel that build quality, that heft, and of course that stability also, which is something which its Korean rivals will not offer you. That said, in terms of driving ability, in terms of ride and handling balance and overall feel, build quality, safety, the Kushaq is hard to beat. However, they could have gone ahead with a lot more features. Probably they're saving some of it for the facelift, but considering the Koreans are like overloaded with features, if Skoda gets the pricing right, the Kushaq is going to sell really well in the Indian market. And other than the pricing, they also need to get the after sales right, which means cost of upkeep, cost of part changes, and all those things too need to be spot on. So guys, this is my vlog of the Skoda Kushaq. If you liked it, make sure to give the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. And before we end, I'm going to tell you the pricing of this car. Okay, this is going to be my guess, and I think I'm going to be really accurate with it. So I think the range is going to start at around 14.237 lakhs on road Mumbai for the base variant, going all the way till 19.47 lakhs for the top of the line. And I think in that price range, it is bang against the Hyundai Creta, which also comes in a lot of variants with a lot of engine options, although having a diesel really gives it a lot of benefit as well. And then you come around the corner, you realize it just is one up over its rivals in terms of cornering ability and controlled body roll as well. Bye bye.